I have this mason jar cutout. It came from Walmart. And I'm going to start by using some painter's tape to just tape off the top portion. Starting with the bottom portion, I'm going to paint that all in Wise Owl Joshua Tree. And I did give this 2 coats. I'm going to allow it to dry. And you want to make sure you let this dry really well because I'm going to be placing some painter's tape down on it. Starting in the center, I'm going to do 1 long piece vertically. Then I'm using a small piece as a spacer, and I'm going to continue the pattern to create some stripes. I like starting in the center of the project because sometimes the end stripes are going to be a little smaller. I'm then going to mix together some Republic Red and some Snow Owl paint to create this dark pinkish tone. I'm going to go over the exposed areas with this color. And I did go over this 2 times. You don't want to leave the painter's tape on too long, so I'm going to remove that. You can remove it while the paint is still wet. And now we've created our green and pink stripes. On the top portion, which is the lid of the mason jar, I'm going to paint that in Wise Owl Smoky Quartz. I'm just using a smaller art brush so I can get nice and close to my stripes. And I'm going to fill in the lid completely. And I'm going to allow that to fully dry. Once dry, I'm going to use my black Sharpie marker. There was little etching in the wood for these lines, and I'm just going to go over them with my Sharpie paint marker. I'm then going to create little ovals throughout the pink lines to make this look like a watermelon. I found these string beads from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add glue where the smoky quartz and stripes meet, and I'm going to lay the wood beads right on that hot glue. And I'm going to leave some at the end so that the watermelon hangs. I'm going to cut the other end off, leaving a little extra jute and removing some beads so I can glue that to the back of the mason jar. And then I'm going to glue the watermelon down. I then have some letters and words here. I have the word hello, and then I took some individual letters to spell summer. And I'm going to paint all of those in the Wise Owl Snow Owl. Again, you can give the white 2 coats. And I'm going to allow that to dry. Once dry, I'm then going to glue it down onto the mason jar. Before I glue, I'm just going to get an idea of how I want to position these. I'm going to put the hello toward the top left, and then the summer underneath it, more toward the right. And I'm going to glue all of that down with some super glue. And you can give this a nice top coat. I'm going to add the tassel back on. And I just love how this came out, nice and refreshing for the summertime. I hope you enjoyed it. Paint products, tissue paper transfers, mesh stencils, wood cutouts, and our monthly subscription can all be found at chalkitupfancy.com. Have a great day.